Hi, today we're going to make The Snow Queen Comes to the Great Square. These are the supplies you'll need. A nail daughter for scoring, white glue, a cutting mat, a ruler, and a craft knife. You can use the scissors for many parts of this. And these are the pages in the PDF. The back page, character page, the front cover, the back cover, the instructions, and the 2 trim pieces. First, we're going to start with the background page. We're going to score on the dotted lines. You'll notice on this one there are black dotted lines and there are green dotted lines. The black dotted lines are valley folds. The green dotted lines are mountain folds. For valley folds, you're going to fold them down, that is with the printed side together. And for the green mountain folds, you're going to fold them up with the white side of the paper together. First, use your nail daughter to score all the dotted lines. Make sure you get the lines around the roof. There's a line on the back of the roof and the front of the roof, and a fold in the middle of the page. Then we can cut around the edges. We cut on all the solid black lines, the roofs, the sides of the buildings, the triangles, and the front buildings as well. Be careful cutting the triangles on the roof of the green building. They overlap the fold that's in the background. Then we're going to fold all the fold lines. It's best just to start a little bit at a time. The mountain folds are the white sides together, and the valley folds are the printed sides together. Pull them just a little bit at a time and try to train them to go in the right direction. It's better to go all the way across a little bit and then go back and do it a little bit more than to try to do it all at once. You'll know it's completed when it stands up at a 90-degree angle like this. You'll have a few different layers. Then once you get that far, you can fold the whole thing over carefully. Make sure that the roof folds go forward. Next, we'll take the front cover and the back cover and put them together. Fold the back cover forward on the dotted line, which should be scored first, and glue the front cover to the back cover. Line up the back layer of the village with the dotted line on the back cover. So when you fold it in half, they all match up and will lie flat. Now we can start with the character page. There are the other buildings, the people, the roofs, the tabs that hold up the other characters. Let's start by cutting out the tower. Be careful not to cut off the little roof points on the sides. Once it's cut out, we're going to score on the dotted line. Fold it in half with the white sides together and glue them together. Once that's dry, you can go ahead and cut the corners off the top, and using a craft knife, cut the circle out of the middle all the way through to the other side, so there's a hole in the middle. It might take a couple times of going around. Go back to the character page and you'll see all these pieces are parts of the tower. First, we're going to cut out the tower arms, which are those two long blue matching pieces. Separate them down the middle, and you'll have two blue strips with a white line down the center of each one. We're going to glue those together back to back. Once that is completely dry, we're going to cut it right along that white line. You can use the craft knife, or you can cut it with scissors. I finished it with the small scissors. Next, cut out the hub base, the hub, and the circle base. Start with the circle base. You can see there's two horizontal lines that go across the middle and a gray area where it says glue. We're going to glue the tower arm right in between those two horizontal lines on the circle base. Then we're going to take the hub base piece, which looks just like the circle base, and glue that right on top like a sandwich. Then we'll take the hub piece, which is the orange piece, and cut the black lines that go toward the center. So you have two orange flaps and two gray flaps. We're going to put glue only on the gray part, and it will match up with the gray part on the hub base. Put some glue on there, and we will glue it down to the hub base with the orange arms folded up. Now we're going to take the tower piece and fit those arms through the hole that we made. You might have to fold in the corners a little bit so it fits. Put it behind and then just pull the arms through and flatten them out, and it should rotate. Now go back to your character page and cut out the blue building. Score on the dotted lines. Do mountain folds on all the dotted lines, that is folding it back, white to white. And we're going to glue the bottom on the white line on the base, and there's a gray line on the pink building. Put some glue on the tabs and glue those on. Now you can cut out all the roof pieces and glue those on the buildings. Roof 1 goes on the pink building. Roof 2 goes on the little blue building. Roof 3 goes on the big red building in the middle. Just glue them to the front part of the building. Then we can take the tower and match that up with the bottom of the tower in the front and glue that on too. Now we're ready to cut out the tabs. Score on all the lines. Be careful to stay with the angles that are printed on the paper. With tab 1, we're just going to put some glue on the gray part, fold everything on the scored lines so that it makes a parallelogram or a rectangle. That's flexible. This rectangle is going to go against the blue building, in front of the blue building. So put some glue on one short side and one long side that's going to go on the ground. And glue it right along the front of the blue building. It doesn't have to be anywhere particularly on the building, but do make sure the corner of the rectangle fits into the bottom corner of the building. Now take tab 2, fold on all the score lines. You see there's one side that says tower and one that says ground. That's where those are going to go. This is a little bit more of an odd shape so that it will put the characters to the side a little bit. Put glue on the end tab and fold it down together. It doesn't line up exactly. There's a little piece that sticks out, but make sure that you can fold it flat because it will need to be flat at the end. You can always cut off that little piece if you need to. It won't show anyway. Then you'll put glue on the tower part and on the ground part and glue it right in front of the tower. Check and make sure that everything folds flat. Now we're ready to cut out the people. The 3 boys go on the left-hand side, the boy with the sled goes on the right-hand side, and the Snow Queen goes on the tower arm. Now we're ready to put the trim pieces on. They're just for decoration. One goes on the top and one goes on the bottom. You can leave it by itself, or if you want to put it in the book, it's going to go on this page where the village picture is. It's going to go in vertically so that the printing is right side up and it opens on the inside. Just put some glue on the back and place it right on the page. And that's it. That was the village square. I hope you enjoyed making it, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.